Hi campers, what I want to talk to you about today is denial of the masculine on a divine journey, because I find that a lot of people don't understand that denial properly. And again, we go back to a recurring topic on my channel here, how many people think that they are on a journey, but they're just in a karmic connection and cannot accept that. I've done many videos about this. I've done videos about why it happens and how do you know, so you can go to my page and go through all this, but we're going to talk about the denial of the masculine. So we say that on this journey for a very long time, the masculine is in the denial, right? So as we, as feminine, we awaken to the journey, we already know this is my person. It's being shown to us information about the journey, divine journey, twin flame. We know this is a person, right? And we go through our Kundalini awakening, very painful moment of the journey, dark nights of the souls, layers of pain and trauma are being stripped away. We already walked the journey. We're still going to go in and out, right? Because it's so delulu, so complicated, so magical, so incredible that our logical mind cannot just let go. But in all that time, they're going to be deeply in denial, right? So no matter what information you would send to them, and I always recommend don't, no matter what links and stuff you would send to them, they would completely deny it. They are, it's just too, it's part of the journey, right? That they have to be in that denial. But what I want to explain today is how the denial looks like, because I see around the internet stories being shared, and actually in my personal life people come to me and say that as well. And I spoke about this in my video, how to know this is not your twin, that I would never actually, if I'm not being asked for advice, I think that giving that advice to someone is a spiritual arrogance, because some people are meant to be kept in their denial for whatever reason. So if they're not coming to me for advice, it's like, listen, I know you know about these things, explain this to me, but they're just saying, oh my God, yes, I met this person, this is my twin. I may know in my mind that this is a karmic. I'm not going to react, because it's not my job to roam around and correct people, but I will always send a message, and I will always, pray to source to get that message to whoever needs to hear it at the right moment. So the message today is how the denial of the masculine looks like. So the denial means that the intensity of the relationship is so intense. The masculine is deeply embedded in the matrix, right? In the 3D, right? He has no direct connection. We are that connection to the divine, right? So he sits in his physical world, in the matrix, in the programming, and also in the wounding, right? So he denies the intensity of connection. He denies the spirituality of connection. It's too intense for him to handle. And again, it's part of the journey, because we lead the way. So we have to go through certain things ourselves to open that window of opportunity for the masculine to follow through, right? So the denial means that because it's so intense, because he cannot deal with this, because he feels unworthy, because he sits in a lack mentality and wounding and so on and so forth, he will disappear. He will ghost you. He will randomly reach out and then won't even pull through with plans. He will disappear for months, for years. He may even block and delete you. He may stop watching you on social media, right? He will deny the actual connection. So he will think and sit in the energy of this is just lust, right? It's nothing special. It cannot be, because things like that don't exist. He will run away from you. He will run away towards karmic, right? So he will choose other women, whether that's sticking his finger in different pies, trying to replace your energy, trying to prove to himself that this is nothing special, I'm going to find it elsewhere. Oftentimes they even look for someone that physically resembles us, which is very sad. But again, it's part of the journey. They can run back to a karmic connection, but toxic karmic pattern, because it feels safe, because it felt something that is known to them, and it's the comfort zone. They can run away towards karmic in that denial, but not necessarily karmic person. It can be a karmic pattern, right? So Casanova kind of energy, that fingers in the pie kind of energy. It can be addictions, it can be workaholism, alcoholism, whatever that is, whatever that's attached to them. So distractions, partying, not just sitting in a moment, sitting in stillness, not really trying to understand, right? So that is this denial. So it is possible that they won't talk to you for months on end or years. It's possible they will not reply to your messages. It's possible that they will block you. It's possible that they will ghost you. It's possible that they will make plans and disappear or not show up, right? So that is how the denial looks like. But now, very important information. Things that will not happen, ever. Your masculine will never say to you, leave me alone. Leave me alone, woman. Don't ever write to me. Don't ever come to me. I don't want to see you ever again. This is not it. If you as a feminine say to him, I think we have a connection, I think you're my twin, I think this and that, and they say to you, you're crazy. No, we don't. We don't have a connection. I don't feel this, right? Go away. Leave me alone. Let me be, you crazy woman. It is not your divine counterpart. That's a karmic. Your divine counterpart has something imprinted in in the very core of his soul, that remembrance, that blueprint that they know, no matter how they deny it, they know they will be physically incapable. It's a very bizarre feeling, but we are physically, it works both ways. We are physically incapable to say bluntly to the other person, leave me alone, block my number, I do not want to see you ever again. Right? In the same time, your masculine will never do anything. They never commit any kind of physical, mental abuse. They will never call you names. They will never be that abruptive, abusive energy with you. They're incapable of doing that. Right? So maximum that can happen is they're going to say in a conversation, you're going to trigger each other and going to be like, I hate you. I hate you. I don't want to see you ever again. But it's like in this moment of triggers, and it's in the moment of a discussion, right? But you will never have an actual conversation with this person when they will say to you, no, we're not. We don't have a connection. I don't want to see you ever again. This is over. Because they're in the denial, because it's too intense for them. But again, that blueprint is forbidding them. It's like they're physically incapable. Even if they wanted to, I have to end this, right? So the moment comes that the masculine is like, I cannot hurt this woman anymore. I have to end this. I have to say to her. But why do they ghost? Why do they disappear? It's psychology as well, right? Because they don't want to close this door. They don't want to say to you, I don't ever want to see you again, because they want to see you again, because they want to run to you, because you're the only place they actually want to be, your arms. So if you are in a connection, when someone in a very calm way is communicating to you, we don't have a connection. I don't want to see you ever again. Please don't call me. Please don't bother me. I am happy, and God forbid they're happy in a different relationship, right? I am happy with my partner. And there's really a lot of people that think that they're in karmic relationships and they think that they are on a twin flame journey. So they take that poor person that says to them, I'm happy in my relationship. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to connect to you. Stop calling me. Stop this and that. They take it as a denial. It is not denial. Watch that video again so it sinks in. It is not denial. Denial is, again, ghosting, blocking, disappearing, avoiding, returning to karmic patterns, returning to karmic relationships, looking distractions in other women, but it is not a clear communication. Please leave me alone. If someone is saying to you, please leave me alone, do not bother me, I don't want to see you ever again, I don't want to connect with you, no, we don't have a connection, please listen to what they're requesting, be respectful towards their energy, and do exactly that. I hope this was helpful, and I hope we'll find whoever it needs to find, because I don't want you guys to sit and think that you are in this connection, because it seems so wonderful, but it's a horribly difficult and painful journey, and it is so incredibly rare. And I always say this is a journey, a deep spiritual awakening, not a lot.